Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV back with another video, and we are here with another NFL recap. We are kicking off, I believe it is week 12. Holy shit, time has gone by. We have had so much fun covering the league this year, and you can see it. I got a brand new shirt. Shout out to Planet Euphoria. This isn't some like black market TikTok shop bullshit. This is officially licensed. The NFLPA officially licensed this for them to release it. Shout out to Planet Euphoria. Go check out their stuff. I bought a Wimbenyama shirt a while ago from them as well. But we have some games to talk about. We will start with the Bills and Texans, which took place on Thursday night. I know my background looks kind of like I'm in a prison or some shit. We'll check that out. Sunday night I'll be talking about these other Sunday games, but we are going to be rocking this throughout the video regardless on if I talk about the Packers game, like if we stomp out the Vikings or something. Regardless of that, I'm still going to wear this because it's such a cool shirt. It just came in the mail. Let's get into some things. Let's start again with the Texans and the Bills, because holy shit, the Texans get 8 sacks. Josh Allen didn't have any room to breathe this game. You have Kalen Bullock being one of the better under-the-radar cornerbacks in the league over the last couple of years. He got 3 turnovers. They won by 4 against the Bills. Josh Allen was harassed by Houston's defense all night, and it was no different on his last play of the game. He made a pretty shitty read if you go back and look at the tape, but my God, what a defensive effort. A huge, gritty game. Not super high scoring, but a pretty solid primetime game when we've either gotten super low scoring or absolute shutouts of primetime games. So this was a good one for a change. Shout out to Kalen Bullock. He has been huge, a huge clutch interception, and he's not really a guy I've really heard of much before, but he has quietly been one of the best DBs in the league. Bills put up some crafty plays. 4th and 27, they ran a hook and ladder, which was fucking insane. Like, they had something in the tank. You get guys like Jaden Higgins getting into the end zone. Ray Davis had a kick return touchdown. This was actually a pretty wild and exciting game. I actually watched a decent amount of this, more than I normally would, but kind of just getting into the leaders. Josh Allen, I mean, he threw 24 for 34, 253 yards. That doesn't look terrible on paper, but he also threw 2 interceptions, was sacked all sorts of times, and yeah, you can kind of blame the line for a lot of that stuff, but also you have to be crafty in the pocket, and if you are a former MVP and you're getting sacked 8 times in a game, something is wrong. Davis Mills threw 16 for 30, 2 touchdowns, wasn't really able to get the ball down the field as well as you probably wanted, but still a solid performance. James Cook, great performance for the running back, 17 carries, 116 yards and a touchdown. He's been kind of quiet in the recent weeks, but he definitely picked it up here. Khalil Shakir had a great receiving game, 8 catches, 110 yards. You get Nico Collins going 3 catches for 55 yards. Not the greatest game in the world, but it's definitely efficient there. And they have, I'm telling you, man, I think Jalen Reed's on this defense. Jalen Reed's a great defender, but Will fucking Anderson coming off the edge. He's on my Mutt squad, baby, so I love him. 2.5 sacks for the guy. He was punishing Josh Allen all this game, so shout out to the Texans. Huge win for the defense. Yo, what's going on? We are back, man. NFL recaps, baby. We have these full Sunday slate of games in the books with only 1 game left in total for the week. Sorry if my mic level's a bit fucked up, but we are here. Let's first start with the Colts versus the Chiefs, which kind of started the day. Let's go. The Chiefs rallied from 11-point deficit to beat the Colts by 3 in overtime on Harrison Butker's 5th field goal of the game. I will say, a pretty ugly game for the Chiefs. I think they only got into the end zone 1 time, but they got the victory. The Colts kind of choked this. I think they definitely should have won this. The Kansas City Chiefs looked much like they have all season for the first 3 quarters this game, but they come back and win. They end a 2-game skid. They get a big overtime victory. Obviously a huge throw to Rashee Rice. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, not the greatest game in the world, not really like throwing touchdowns, but he had a big throw to set up. He basically won them the game. Kareem Hunt got into the end zone. I mean, Kareem Hunt fumbled in the red zone. The Colts recovered it, and then he was able to kind of go on a little bit of a redemption tour on the offensive end. Daniel Jones got a touchdown to Andrew Ogletree, and kind of looking at the performers, I mean, Daniel Jones, 19 for 31. He threw 2 touchdowns. Definitely could have been a little better at getting the ball down the field for the Colts, that's for sure. Patrick Mahomes, 29 for 46, 352 yards. He threw a pick, but had a very good supporting cast this game. Kareem Hunt had 30 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown. Used him all game long. Rashee Rice had 8 catches, 141 yards, and you have a dual-in receiver. I don't know who the hell that is for the Colts, but he had a 48-yard reception, and that was kind of their big guy. Brian Cook was a big safety on the defensive end for the Chiefs, kind of getting it done. So that was the game. Sauce Gardner was on the Colts, and they did like a jersey swap with like him and Travis Kelce and stuff, but there's that. Up next, I am fucking pissed because I thought the Steelers were going to be able to beat the Bears. They did not get it done. They lose. Caleb Williams throws for 3 touchdowns. The Bears beat the Steelers by 3. Aaron Rodgers was obviously sidelined. We know he is an arch nemesis for the Bears. We would have loved to see him out here play it for the plot, but he didn't. Caleb Williams hoped he'd get a chance to chat with Aaron Rodgers. He got his opportunity after he led the Bears to yet another close one. Again, the Bears are 8-3, great home team, pulling pulling games out of the hat. Gotta give them credit. They escaped. And as much as I don't like the Bears, of course, gotta give them credit. Kyle Monungai got into the end zone to increase the lead. He's been a solid piece for them this year. DJ Moore had 2 touchdowns this game. I mean, the Bears were firing on all cylinders. Kenneth Gainwell had some huge runs. Him and Jalen Warren, great combo backfield. I do think the Steelers still have a pretty good season in store for them. They might finish it off in 9-8 and continue Mike Tomlin's streak of making the playoffs, but still solid football for them. Caleb Williams had a touchdown to Colston Loveland. I know I'm zooming through some of these games. I didn't watch this game as much. Obviously, I really just watched the Packers game. I watched a lot of Colts. I watched a little bit of this game. I watched the Colts game as well. But you look at the Steelers, Mason Rudolph's the quarterback. I mean, really, are the Bears fans really going to get on Twitter and start talking shit? I mean, Mason Rudolph, 24 for 31. He threw a touchdown, but he threw a pick and he just wasn't doing the greatest at getting the ball down the field. Caleb Williams, on the other hand, pretty efficient, 19 for 35, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, really finding his wings with this organization. Kenneth Gainwell, great game, 10 carries, 92 yards despite a loss. Kyle Monungai got into the end zone and you get a 5-catch, 64-yard, 2-touchdown performance for DJ Moore, and they got a great defense. Montez Sweat being very good on the pass rush against a pretty shitty quarterback, albeit, but still. Shout out to Montez Sweat and the Bears to get the victory. Up next, the New England Patriots kind of have a scare here against the 3-8 Bengals. The AFC leading Patriots rally from a 10-point deficit. They beat the Bengals by 6. This is their 9th straight one game. They're the hottest team officially in the NFL. They are 6-0 on the road, and they're the first NFL team to get 10 wins, which is crazy. Mike Vrabel's New England Patriots, yeah, huge fucking win. Shout out to Mike Vrabel and the guys. They have been amazing. 9 wins in a row. Obviously, prayers up to T. Higgins. Took a hard fall, had to exit the game. He's one of the only weapons left, given that everyone's getting fucking hurt on this team and people are suspended. They would have loved to have Jamar chase this game, but there you go. Patriots stop the Bengals on 4th down. They seal the win. Their defense is good. Their offense is good. Where can you even complain? Joe Flacco finding Mitchell Tinsley to cut into the lead. He had a nasty throw. Joe Flacco's been solid this year. Patriots get a huge pick 6 off of him, though. Just kind of looking at some of the performances. Drake May threw 22 for 35, 294 yards and a touchdown. He did throw a pick, but so did Joe Flacco, and he threw 19 for 37 and a touchdown. Just wasn't really able to get the ball down the field for this team. Chase Brown, pretty good, 19 carries, 107 yards. I'm sure his fantasy owners are a little bit more satisfied with his performance. Great game for Hunter Henry and the New England Patriots. 7 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown, and kind of an unlikely candidate for the Bengals with Entry Iosivas coming in the wake of the loss of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. He had 4 catches for 61 yards. And the Patriots have a solid defense, obviously, with guys like Harold Landry and Carlton Davis kind of manning it up. Those guys are both the third. I think that was kind of funny to see, but Patriots, a great team to watch. They've been amazing this year. Up next, another game that was somehow close. The 1-2 Titans kept it close with the Seattle Seahawks. I guess we will talk about this game. Sam Darnold kind of has a bounce back game here, throwing for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Seahawks beat the Titans by 6 points. Obviously, it's pretty nice to have a game like this and have a opponent like this after just getting absolutely shredded by the Rams defense last week. But both Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks bounced back quite nicely from their first road loss this season. They still went on the road themselves here over the Titans, but is that really saying much? The Titans haven't won a home game all year long. Cam Ward got into the end zone. He scored. He actually hasn't been playing terrible this season, if I'm being honest with you. Not even close to being the best QB. Zach Charbonnet got into the end zone, so that's good. Shamir DK had a 90-yard punt return touchdown. I'm pretty sure he's had multiple special team stuff. If we're looking at Pro Bowl, we're looking at All Pro, I think none other than Shamir DK is going to get the call for specialist for sure. He's going to be like Keyshawn Nixon. Obviously, Jackson Smith-Njigba had 2 touchdowns with Sam Darnold this game. Holy fucking shit. That guy is a beast. But looking at the stats, Sam Darnold 16 for 26, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is a great performance. Cam Ward 28 for 42 and a touchdown. We would have liked to see him get the ball down the field a little better, but he also had 6 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown. So he was doing a little bit of everything. Kenneth Walker for the Seahawks had 11 carries for 71 yards. Jackson Smith-Njigba is so fucking good. Easily the best receiver in the league. I know a lot of things have happened. Justin Jefferson not getting the ball as much. Jamar Chase getting benched, sidelined due to suspension. The guy had 8 catches, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and they have Leonard Williams, who has been fantastic for them on the pass rush. This Seahawks team looking pretty damn nice. Pretty jam-packed week, if I'm being honest with you. We have 3 more games to talk about. Another game that honestly shouldn't have been close, but the Giants and Lions turned out to be an overtime thriller, so that is pretty crazy. Jahmyr Gibbs rescues the Lions with a long touchdown run in overtime. They win by 7. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs to the rescue, and may I fucking comment, without Without him, I would be fucked for fantasy. Shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the best fantasy draft picks I've probably ever made. He has been insane for me this year. Got the touchdown, fucking off to the goddamn races. The guy is so damn good at his job. It's not even funny. Aiden Hutchinson had the game-sealing sack. Obviously, he is a big-time player for that Lions defense. Always has been. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs just burning defenses, just fucking torching them. Jameis Winston had a nice little trick play touchdown, stiff-arming defenders. Obviously, the Giants have to get kind of crafty. Not having Jackson Dart, not having Cam Scatteraboo, having a lot of their younger squad out there. Jahmyr Gibbs, yeah, holy shit. I can't comment on him enough. Let's look at the stats, though, because holy shit, Jameis Winston threw 18 for 36. 366 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw an interception, but I can forgive him for that. Jared Goff did too. He threw 28 for 42 and 2 touchdowns, though. Jahmyr Gibbs, goddamn, 15 carries, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of the better running back performances we've seen all week. This was just an offensive onslaught. Wan'Dale Robinson, 9 catches, 156 yards and a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 catches, 149 yards and a touchdown. Holy shit, the Lions defense came out to play. Jack Campbell and Aiden Hutchinson really leading the charge for them, so shout out to the Lions. Crazy fucking game, honestly, that I did not expect. Honestly, another game that shouldn't have been close. I think that's what this week has been about, like shitty teams being competitive. The Cardinals and the Jaguars. There's no chance in hell the Cardinals should have took this game to OT, but they did. There were a lot of OT games a week. Holy shit. Trevor Lawrence throws 3 touchdown passes. Cam Little kicks a 52-yard kick. Field goal. In overtime, the Jaguars beat the Cardinals by 3. Pretty big win for them. Trevor Lawrence made some great throws, some pretty bad ones, and just about everything in between while leading the Jaguars in a back-and-forth game. It came down to a few clutch moments in the fourth quarter and overtime. They were able to get it done. You know, similarly to how the Chicago Bears have been playing all season, just squeezing out the wins, just getting it done. That's really all that matters in this league. They prevail. That's the key. Parker Washington had a crazy late go-ahead touchdown. He's been great for them this year. Jaguars split the uprights. They take the win in OT. Greg Dortch had a crazy touchdown catch and run. Trevor Lawrence, Jacoby Myers scored, so it's cool to see Jacoby Myers getting integrated into the system, but really good stuff. Taking a look at the Jaguars, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, 18 for 30, 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. He did throw 3 goddamn INTs. He got bailed out by a lot of guys. I mean, Travis Etienne, 15 carries, 86 yards. Brenton Strange, he's a rookie tight end. He's had a great season so far. He had 5 catches for 93. All sorts of weapons. Their defense played good. Evan Lloyd and Foyuaside Alulakan, those guys have been great. Yeah, 3 interceptions can be excusable when you squeeze out the win like this. Jacoby Brissett threw 33 for 49 and a touchdown. I do think he just kind of struggled to get the ball down the field. At least he didn't throw any picks, though. Michael Carter, pretty simple, 5 carries for 28 yards, and I think Michael Wilson, he's a great player. He had 10 catches, 118 yards, really led the charge for them, and that's the game. Last but certainly not least, holy shit, another unexpected game as we await what happens on Monday Night Football, but the Cowboys beat the goddamn Eagles. This was crazy. Dak Prescott rallies the Cowboys from 21 down to beat the Eagles by 3. He broke Tony Romo's record. This was a big time game for Dak Prescott overall. Dak Prescott wasn't having it when teammates started congratulating him for breaking one of Tony Romo's records. The Cowboys were trying to rally from 21 points down against the defending Super Bowl champs, and they come back from 21 down. This is literally a franchise record, I think. The last time they did this was like 5 to 10 years ago. I can't remember. Come back in epic fashion. This is just not a good look for the Eagles. They're 8-3. I wouldn't worry too much, but damn. Brandon Aubrey walked it off with the field goal. Dak Prescott diving into the end zone to tie it up. George Pickens had a nice touchdown catch. I mean, a lot of things were going right for the Cowboys once they started to really lock in here. Dak Prescott threw a red zone interception, and sure, that's rough. Dak Prescott has a lot of rough moments throughout his career, but they get the win. Jalen Hurts, pretty simple game. I can't complain about him much. He threw 27 for 39, 289 yards and a touchdown. Also had 2 rush touchdowns. Push fucking merchant. Didn't work this game, though, because he had to go up against Dak Prescott, who threw 23 for 36, 354 yards, 2 touchdowns. Threw a pick. When you're using guys like Javonte Williams for 20 carries, and you have George Pickens on that offense getting 9 catches, 146 yards and a touchdown, things I think are going to be pretty alright. Their defense isn't the greatest, but they were able to squeeze out a win. Shout out to the Cowboys again. Just an unexpected outcome here. I did not expect this to happen, but I'm glad it did. I'm actually somewhat happy for the Cowboys. I'm not a huge fan of them usually, but this was cool. Well, that wasn't much of a game, was it? There's no need to talk about the 49ers and Panthers. I know my hair is a mess, and yeah, I don't have my Packers shirt on right now. It is in the wash machine, and my PlayStation's loud as shit. There's a lot of things to kind of bring up as we get into the outro of the video. It's actually crazy. The shadow down here looks like I'm in like a vignette, shadowy fucking effect or something. That's gonna do it for the video. This was a pretty solid week of football. I already have a lot of this video edited, actually. I just have to add this in, and I actually forgot to change my sources of where I'm recording the videos, but that is fine. I'm going to be getting to a lot more other stuff tonight. I have a lot of content to record. I have a lot of content to work on. We have like 2 videos basically in the making because Welcome to Dairy just came out with a new episode. I watched it and I'm ready to start kind of working on the review for that. So with it being said, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Have a good rest of your day, night, whenever you are watching this. I am out. Peace.